Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is the Black Manga Critic. We are here. We are here. I would say we are here, but like I'm here, but I say we because y'all are also here. We will be here. All right. We gonna react to that Hunter x Hunter greatness. All right, the Hunter x Hunter greatness. Chapter 382, y'all. I'm really looking forward to it. 381 basically sort of like, you know, was what I thought it was going to be. It was like Tagashi just kind of go on, just kind of go where start where he left off, from the last hiatus. So I was like, all right, cool, and it was a dope chapter. We got a few things happen that I really liked. I discussed that in my 381 live reaction / initial thoughts. Okay, this is not going to be super long because I got to make sure that I finish this, and then I can go pick up some laundry, and then I can go shower, and then I can go to work, and like it is what it is. All right, I don't got a lot of time. Okay, so I think what I am going to do at some point, I think what I'm going to is start having just like Hunter x Hunter discussion, like chapter discussions, on like during like the weekends or on like days where like I'm really available and I can do that. Probably like on the weekend. Probably like once I'm sort of finished teaching on the weekend, after work I can come home, have like a excuse me, have a chapter discussion stream because I know there are a lot of people out there that want to discuss this Hunter x Hunter greatness. Okay. Also, before I get into it, shouts out to Tales of Nerdia. He is taking an indefinite hiatus from YouTube. One of the great Hunter x Hunter YouTubers. Okay, probably like top three if I were to sort of say it. There are a few others that are like just dope. You already know what it is. So shouts out to him. Also shouts out to him for reading MW, which is a great manga, but also kind of like really odd. Just wanted to mention that. Okay, let me stop. All right, Hunter x Hunter, y'all. Okay, Hunter x Hunter. All right, y'all can already tell I really do like Tales of Nerdy is dope. Like I always love the streams. I'm gonna try to do some streams in that sort of vein where people sort of ask questions, about the Hunter x Hunter manga, about the world, about what's going on, how I feel about it. So I'm probably gonna do another Dark Continent reread. In the future, I'm probably going to buy those manga volumes just so I have them. So when I reread them, it's just easier for me to have access to them because with Viz, it's not easy and I have to buy them. It's just a lot. It's neither here nor there. All right. It's going to happen at some point. I'll let you know how it goes. Hunter x Hunter, y'all. Let's do this. 382 is entitled Awakening. Okay. Last we left off, a few things happened. Sale. Okay. His then beast is done. All right, finished. Okay, and that was really dope in the way that Takashi did. That was dope. So, and there are some other things that are going on, but let's get into this. I see Hulkenberg. Is that Hulkenberg? I believe. I think it is Prince Hulkenberg. Okay, let's see. Here he comes again every morning on the dot. Good morning. Yep. Good morning, Night Prince Hulkenberg. Another letter. We'll take that for you. Yes. No. I came here to deliver something else. In person. Yo. To God she doing the good work. All right. Man pulled out the strap, man. He just said, don't move. They're like, what? What? Bruh. And those are his bodyguards? Wow. It took 4 days to get them to lower their guns, but I made it in time before another prince was sacrificed. Dude. He came through. He coming through to the current king or his father. Let's put an end to this once and for all, father. Bruh, he came through in the what is Zuckerberg doing? Look, I asked that question, but I already this is like not I didn't expect this to happen this like soon, but Hulkenberg been trying to like end this like succession stuff. He been trying to do that. So this is just kind of this is the sort of an inevitable thing. I didn't expect him to like pull out a gun, and pointed at his father and be like, "Yo, what's good?" But okay, I like where this is going. Hunter Hunter, yo, Hunter Hunter for the win. Come on, yo. I got my tea. I'm chilling. All right, I'm feeling a bit better. My throat's not as bad. You know, the nose is still a little bit runny, but not nearly as bad as it's been in the past like couple of days. All right, let's go. It's too late. There's still time. You consented to the ritual. I was never told we were to kill each other. It's an important part of the process to be able to adapt to new situations. I see. Then this is my answer. You must decide to suspend the succession battle, or I'll shoot. The battle for the succession is out of my hands now. Can't do anything about it anymore. Just call it off. I refuse. The battle is for you, all of you. Don't let others do the work for you. You need to take action, Hulkenberg. There is nothing more disgusting than hypocrisy. Bruh. Hulkenberg faltering? What? Huh? He got the... Yo. The gun is pointed at his father, son. What? With the revolution, I will become king and put a stop to this battle. Goodbye, father. You already know something wild is about to happen. Let's turn, page turn panel. You already know what's coming. All right. Bruh. He stopped the bullet. Man's... So the bullet, it looks like the bullet stopped in front of him, and then he picked it up. Bruh. Good aim, but always fire 3 shots when shooting to kill. Huh? I am but a part of the ritual now. I have a role, and I cannot die until it ends, son. This is not surprising. I think we all kind of expected, like, yo, he's going to be protected. Like, this whole... Anytime there's, like, a Nen ritual and all these other things, like, there's always these, like, stipulations, conditions, stuff like that. So this is not, like, particularly surprising, right? Also, anytime you about to, you know, face a panel, right? A page turn panel, like, or a spread or whatever, you already know something's coming. All right, so this is not surprising, but it's still dope. It's still dope, but it ain't too surprising. All right, Nugo. Sorry, give me a second. Nugui. These circumstances were accounted for before the ship's departure as secret training exercises. Ninth Prince Hulkenberg and your guards will not be unpunished. So this is all within expected parameters? Then how's this? Bruh, dude try to shoot himself? Ow. Boom. Okay. Yo, the Nen Beast, bruh. Yo. I'm not even gonna... That's so cool. This is something like you expect, but it's still cool. It's still cool. All right? It's still cool. Hunter Hunter for the win, y'all. Greatness. Hunter greatness. I love this stuff. Let's keep it going, man. That Nen Beast, yo. Stubborn. All right? Except, nope. You're not shooting yourself. Your Nen Beast agrees with me. Are you awake now? Drop the gun. Huh. Have you heard of the prisoner's trolley problem? Are you saying our countrymen are on one track and my sibling princes are on the other? You think this is a binary choice? Huh. That's not like you. It proves you're not thinking straight. What must survive is the country. The people's lives always come first. The question is, who pulls the lever? Or lever, however you want to pronounce it. Hulkenberg just like, he looking like, he tight. You cannot be king without bearing the cross. You cannot change the country without being king. Tell me you don't need a king after you become one. All right, we gotta keep it going. There's a lot of stuff in here that I think like definitely demands like conversation. And we'll talk about it probably in the discussion sort of stream. Talk about this like bit and what the king's talking about and all that, monarchy and and all that stuff. Let's move on. Okay. All right. So Hulkenberg is just like, man, what am I going to do? Shikaku, Shikaku, respond. I guess that's one of Benjamin's guards. They always have like sort of like the same like outfit. Shinaku, sorry, Shikaku, sorry, Shikaku, respond. Shikaku here. I'm in room 1009. The ninth prince went to deliver his petition to the king. I was resting. Yes, it is odd that I'm sleeping when he's out. His Nen beast must have attacked. There's no mark. It might have faded already. Revolution, but he withdrew from the battle. They're all gone. I'll be right over. Don't worry, the king is safe. Things cooled off under the pretense of a drill, but he went to kill father. He failed. Now he steeled himself. Hulkenberg has awakened and will go all out now. Prioritize his elimination. Procure his ability. Yo. Hulkenberg's ability. Yo. Let's go. We get into that hype, yo. We get into that Hunter x Hunter hype. Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't, man. Yu-Gi-Oh! Concept. His followers' aura, united, becomes an unparalleled armor to protect the prince and an arrow to pierce his enemies. His own aura becomes a bow and guides the arrow true. Whoa. War changes the enemy's institutions through force. Combat annihilates the enemy will itself through force. To wield such a force is to be willing to face death. Wow. The fired arrow pierces the enemy's every possible defense and robs the flesh of its will in exchange for the body of one of his followers. Oh. I can't even make it into a card yet. And what an ability. In other words, once the bow is drawn, an arrow that cannot be intercepted or defended against pierces the target. It's an ability that ensures victory in individual combat. Your Highness, your orders, please, bruh. Hulkenberg going in, yo. Wild stuff. Wow. That was the second time there was a powerful undulation of aura along with a rumbling. I must keep accurate track of the times and general direction. Now that the silent assassin hasn't struck in a while, we have a loud intimidator. If that is an individual's power, you can't defend against it once targeted, bruh. Look, we already know Kurapika is smart. He's a smart boy. Okay? We already know this. Let's see. Is my only option to be wary? No, I've done all that I could to make sure, to make doubly sure. Helpfulness will only be detrimental to my net. Or helplessness will only be detrimental to my net. The enemy in an endurance race is oneself. Okay. Bruh. And then Saleh. Your boy dead. That's the second one, man. Second one to bite the dust. Boom. And we move on. There's a little star in the sky. I don't know what that's about. And then we have the twins and Melody. All right, Fugetsu and her twin and Melody. King, there's like a banquet that's happening right now. 8th day, 8 p.m. The banquet begins to be continued. All right, I would say I like the last chapter more than I like this chapter. That's not to say that I didn't think this chapter was good. I think to me it was like kind of short. It's kind of a short chapter, I guess. Like maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But it felt short. But I think what I like this chapter. I think like this was something that it was inevitable that like Hulkenberg would, try to do everything sort of in like his um, power at a particular point to stop the succession war, right? And then once you sort of realize like, yo, like, okay, I gotta go like to this man, I gotta go to my father and like try to end him, because it ain't working out. So try to do that, didn't work, which we expected, right? Because we just know how sort of Nen works whenever we have like conditions and stuff like that, restrictions, whatever, right? Within any kind of ritual. So you knew he wasn't going to die. You knew he wasn't going to die. If he did, that would have been very interesting. I would have been really, really intrigued. But it didn't happen. So it is what it is. Okay, but now we see that Hulkenberg again. What we've known just from the sort of beginnings that Hulkenberg is not someone to really be like messed with. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's the ninth prince, but like that doesn't mean he's any less like capable in certain ways. Especially because like we sort of learned that hey, the higher like a prince's rank is, the more resources they sort of have behind them and all that, right? So we understand that, but Hulkenberg's one of those dudes. It's just he gets it in, he goes in, all right, and this is like triggered just a different sort of direction, right, for him. And I love the fact that right again, like his Nen ability is right is an arrow, and we learned that he was like sort of like I believe like a silver medalist or something like that in archery, like an Olympic like archer like level, like you know what I mean. So that makes sense. Like it's something that like we know when we see it, we're like okay, if we reread Hunter x Hunter, we understand things about certain princes, we're not surprised, right? We aren't surprised when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? We're not surprised at like the fourth Prince Sarah, right? We're not surprised that like he's like not only is he a murderer, but like his Nen reveals itself in like this just like disgusting sort of manner because he is a disgusting person, right? So it's just little things like that I like that are consistent and that Togashi sort of keeps up and just reminds us that like Nen is very much so a representation of like in different ways like of the person who the Nen belongs to. You know what I mean? Like the manifestation of it is really important. So I always love that. I think that's like really, really important. What's gonna be really dope is just like seeing him make those moves. His Nen Beast is like really great. I love the Nen Beast design. It's just like goat, like dude, dope, like sort of stubborn goat kind of mountain goat like look. It really, really is cool. I'm just hyped. Like this is hype because now Hulkenberg is here. Like he not messing around. He's going in. Right. And this ability is like amazing. I just want to like look through the ability again because I think, there are always instances where people sort of say that like a Nen ability is like hacks and blah blah blah. But there is no real like I don't think there are any like particular like hacks Nen abilities necessarily that don't come with like a ton of work or some sort of like restriction or condition or experiences that are just like not for the faint of heart, you know what I mean? Like people like are like, yo, Kanmuru was like this like amazing ability, but it's like Killua had to go through like years of like electric torture, like you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, like you can't just like say, oh, that's like a throwaway thing. It's like no, like that's ridiculous. There's a reason why like nobody else has like even attempted to come up with an ability like that, right? And it's not like the electricity comes out of nowhere. It's just there's a lot here, y'all. All right. So his ability, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! All right. Yu-Gi-Oh! Concept. Okay. His followers' aura united becomes an unparalleled armor to protect the prince and an arrow to pierce his enemies. All right. So like this is something that I feel is like he's not only does he have a Nen ability, right? But I believe that like his Nen Beast is also like either this is like related to like the feathers and everything like that, or this is like a Nen Beast. This is related to like the Nen Beast and what's going on. So he might have already had this Nen ability, and the Nen Beast sort of like amplifies the Nen this ability, right? So it doesn't matter who you are. You not like if Hulkenberg and his like crew are around, you're not messing with him. Like you just not messing with him. Like one on one, like you by yourself, you sorry, it's over. What's interesting about this is I think what's also like of note is that it's what we might call like a hack's ability versus like a hack's ability, right? Where this guy's ability like allows him to turn like someone else's like, ability into like a card, I believe. Like he can't even turn like the attack into like a card. Oh no, wait, the ability is called Yu-Gi-Oh! Concept. So that's no, okay, so that's my fault. Like that makes total sense, right? That's not Hulkenberg's ability. His Hulkenberg's ability is just like the arrow, right? But this one of Benjamin's like people, this is one of Benjamin's people, right? Like you see the suit and everything like that. Like that ability is Yu-Gi-Oh! Concept. Like it probably allows him to turn right someone's ability into like a card. Okay, which is pretty wild, pretty wild. All right, that is super dope. Okay, but it don't work. It just doesn't work. Like it's like there like again like Hulkenberg can't use that by himself. Like he needs to use his followers aura, right? Like united. Like if they're not around, he ain't using it aura. Like it's not an ability that he can use by himself. Right, so there's already like that kind of restriction and condition to it, and that's what I'm saying. Like these abilities like are hacks, but they're hacks in certain situations, right? They're not hacks all over, right? And again, when Bisky was saying like abilities are important and they're key, like in terms of like right, like and the, like a Nen battle, and like the abilities are key, the situation, the setting, right, the condition of the Nen user, all of those things affect. Right, all those things affect the outcome of a Nen battle. So again, we can never really predict how like a certain like with 100% certainty for the most part how a Nen battle will sort of like go and turn out. But I think we usually can generally predict like who will sort of like win it, to an extent, right? Like we kind of knew, yeah, like if you just saw this page, we were like, yo, Hulkenberg's probably gonna win this battle. Like there's no way that like Hulkenberg, like this arrow is gonna like get turned into like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. You know what I mean? That's not gonna happen. So yeah, so we kind of already know that like that's sort of the case. But the fact that like that ability didn't work, it's just like it's very sort of interesting. There's like again, there are conditions that sort of allow an ability to be that strong, right? And the conviction and all those things. So this just means that Hulkenberg's so like right and his followers and their like sort of united front is just stronger than whatever conditions and restrictions that dude put on himself to create this Yu-Gi-Oh card ability, right? So sorry, man. All right, so you got taken over. He's not. I don't think he's dead. He's not dead, obviously. But what's also interesting, right, is that it's not an ability that like kills someone. It's an ability that sort of says, okay, like, I'm gonna take over like the person's will. So in some ways, right, there's sort of questions about like what does it mean to like actually die? Like how long does this ability last? We aren't sure. But if this ability lasts for like for forever or whatever, yikes. All right, it's gonna be a lot. This is still pretty intense. But again, it's not like a hack's ability per se. There aren't really too many hacks abilities in Hunter x Hunter, outside of like certain things that come from the Dark Continent. I would say probably right, like I or something like that. Okay, but very interesting. And what I love is that like again, every sort of action has like a reaction, right? So it's not just this thing happened, but other Nen users are probably able to sense what's going on here with Hulkenberg and with the and with the and like with the Nen like activation and everything like that, they can sense it. So they're just wary. They're always sort of like up and about. They're always wary of what's going on and what's going to happen. So again, this chapter was interesting. I'm just concerned what's interesting is like, does it right? Like it changes the right. It doesn't like say like, oh, we're gonna like. It says that here, the fired arrow pierces the enemy's every possible defense and robs the flesh of its will, in exchange for the body of one of his followers. So one of his followers, I believe, like, does that mean that like one of his followers uh is like dies, and then the other person that he's attacked becomes the follower? Like, is that what's sort of happening there? I think that's the sort of thing I have to like think about. Right, because one of his followers like passed out, the other person passed out, and then this person sort of like, got up and now is like following dude. So I think that's sort of the case. I'm pretty sure like that's what happened. Like I'm pretty sure like the other dude like just like passed out and died, and then the arrow, like that aura was sort of like, right, that life force was used to like serve as an attack on this other person, and the other person then becomes like a follower. So it's a very interesting ability, and it's very like apt, right? It's a very apt ability. All right. Okay. So this chapter was pretty dope. I actually really like this chapter. I would say, what's going on, lady what's good, Park Jimin? All right. This chapter was really good. I would say like I enjoyed it more than the last chapter. The last chapter was like phenomenal. I love that last chapter because Sally just needed to go. He needed to go. Disgusting person. Disgusting human being. So he needed to go. Okay. The stuff with Prince Hulkenberg is really nice because again, what's really sort of happening is like is very realistic in the sense of like you can want to fight against particular things, but you also have to recognize what you need to fight against certain forces. Like you can't just like go out in the world by yourself, equality, and expect to get like much done. You know what I mean? Like you need help. You gotta rally the forces. You gotta form groups. You got like activist work takes like community, right? You know what I mean? So like revolution takes like a community. So you can't just go out. He's like, I'm gonna be with myself. I'm gonna start a revolution. That's what I'm gonna do, and like expect to like change like too much. Like you gotta work. You gotta work with people. You gotta network. You gotta do all these things. And that's and it's not to say that Prince Hulkenberg doesn't have the resources to do that stuff, but it's like he's like because of the type of person that he is, it's difficult for him to rally enough people, right, in this particular space, right? Because the number of sort of like guards and people that you can have like are limited. Sorry. So I gotta go pick up get my laundry downstairs, but it's limited, right? So that's the thing. Like Togashi is always sort of setting up these situations that don't allow an ability to be like overly sort of like hacks overall. You know what I mean? Yeah, he on some kitty too. Yeah, Fate Zero, y'all. Yeah, all right. Like, yeah, he really does. He really is just sort of like, okay, I'm gonna do these things, and that's why again, like, I don't necessarily even root for Hulkenberg. Like, I don't root for any of these princes necessarily. You know, outside of maybe like Fugetsu, I think maybe like Fugetsu is like maybe is probably the one that I do, and also like Prince Wobble because like Wobble's like a baby, you know. So yeah, but like an infant, you know what I mean. So it's like there are things there may be princes that you're like, okay, I hope this prince survives or is able to like put an end to this like wild like stuff. But generally, you're just kind of like trying to see how this sort of plays out. The goal is to sort of see how it plays out because like it's not so much about like these individuals so much as it's like this monarchy is like a hot mess. Even though the king would have you believe that like this is necessary for like for the kingdom to be as great as it is for certain people. I'm gonna get back to it once like a certain number of okay, no, actually, here's the deal. So what I'm gonna do is because a bunch of us are going to be at Comic-Con this week. Comic-Con is this week, y'all. New York City Comic-Con 2018, y'all. It's this week from October 4th to the 7th. So 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, right? So from Thursday to Sunday, and I'm gonna be there. Dustin's gonna be there. Dustin Reaction's gonna be there. Brago's gonna be there. Laz is gonna be there. Quite a few people are gonna be at the con. All right. Quite a few people are gonna be at the con. I believe King of Lightning also like might stop by because he lives in New York. He's relatively close, so it's not like big thing for him to get here or to get into New York City. So he'll probably be here. So it's gonna be pretty dope. I'm looking forward to it. I am going to do a reaction to the One Piece chapters that I haven't read, so that I can do a live reaction with them. Yeah, I'm gonna cosplay as Chopper. I always cosplay as Chopper. That's usually what I do. I'm gonna I almost always like cosplay as well, not always, but like I've done it once before, and I still have like the stuff. I still have like the little like stuff for like my nose, and the shirt that I made that looks like a shirt, and like the hat that has like horns and stuff on it, and the shorts and everything like that. So I'm gonna be cosplaying as Chopper. I'm not shaving like my beard or my face or anything like that. I'm not going like in like that, because like if I do that, the kids would be like, Mr. D, what happened? What's going on? Why'd you face it like that? Like they react very intensely to like change. So I don't ever shave my beard or anything like that. But what I'll do is I need to find the photos. Because they're not on my phone. But I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna post it, because like I had this like one picture that I really, really adore. That one of my little brothers, when he went to Comic-Con with me, he took a photo of like just like a bunch of us. A bunch of us were just like, it was me. I found someone who was cosplaying as Traffic Law, and then like we like went in search of someone else who was cosplaying as One Piece, and then we went in search of someone else, and it was this really fun thing. And there were just like maybe like I want to say 5 or 6 of us, and we just like took a photo together, and it was really, really dope. So really looking forward to posting that photo on Twitter. Look out for that. I just gotta find it. I gotta ruffle through like my like Facebook photos, but I'm almost never on Facebook. And I didn't have a phone at the time, so like I always gotta pull it from Facebook. But eventually I'll download those photos and deal with that. But that's neither here nor there. I will definitely be at Comic-Con. All right. Okay. I'm gonna have a Hunter discussion at some point this weekend. Most likely after I'm like done with Comic-Con, like with the day and everything like that, depending on what like we all decide to do, go out, maybe we'll go out to eat, do stuff like that. They're all looking forward to it. So I'm also looking forward to it. But look out for that. We're gonna be doing a whole bunch of things when they get here, when they get to New York City. All right, when they get into the city, it's gonna be pretty dope. All right. This chapter was good. It was a good chapter. It did some things that I really like. Again, it just shows the strength of Togashi as like a writer who maintains the balance in particular things. Nothing is ever too like ridiculous, in the structure, in terms of the structure of the story, in terms of the sort of rules of the story in a way. So I really appreciate this chapter and like the chapters to come. And again, this is an arc, the Chimera Ant arc, this arc, Greed Island. These are arcs that are meant to be read in volumes. They really, really are. It's not to say you can't read them in single chapters, but they're really meant to be read as volumes. One thing you'll notice is like when you read Hunter chapters, it really does this sort of like move in a very nice and fluid sort of manner. Like when you move from chapter to chapter and you reread it, it just reads really nicely if you have the time. So I would say, again, always reread that Hunter greatness, okay, if you can. And I'm gonna probably react to the One Piece chapters that I've missed sometime this week. I don't know when, but I'll get to it. I'll get to it definitely before I meet up with the guys. All right. So thank y'all for coming through. I really enjoyed this chapter. This chapter was pretty good. I'm not really gonna rank chapters so much anymore, because like I don't know. Sometimes like if I feel like I want to, then I will. But like I'm not gonna do that consistently. I just don't. I don't know. It doesn't ever lead to anything good necessarily. It always leads to sort of conflict. So I'm going to avoid doing that. I'm just going to say whether I like the chapter or I didn't like the chapter, I think. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm like, instead of a number rank, I'm just going to say like, okay, I like the chapter, I didn't like the chapter. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to let you know on, I'll let you all know on Twitter. I'll post about it. I'll probably post about it today after work. I gotta head downstairs, get my laundry, and then take a shower and then go to work. So I gotta get out of here, y'all. But thank y'all for coming through. This was a dope chapter. I enjoyed it. All right, this is my live reaction / initial thoughts to Hunter, chapter 382. Okay, and I'm gonna have a Hunter discussion video at some point. Probably this weekend, most likely either Friday or Saturday, one of those 2 days. Most likely on a day where, like, you know, after I've gotten home and like I'm good and I'm chilling and everything like that, and you know, I've hung out with the guys and I've hung out with my fiance and everything like that, and we're good. Then I'll probably do a discussion. All right. Thank y'all for coming through. This is super dope. I enjoyed the chapter. I'm the Black Manga Critic. All right, and I'm out.